I'm charging my phone up. There's so much going about at the minute on all different platforms, about the Queen and this, that and the other. It's fantastic because most of us know, doesn't matter what truth and community you're in, with the Queen gone, which we knew she was gone a while back, it's the biggest marker for freedom and for what's coming with justice, with everything, with this, especially with today, 9/11, and all sorts, because it's so deep with so much stuff. Charles, I did say this yesterday, Charles and the rest of them, Andrew, they're not protected anymore because they were protected by the Queen. What is the Queen on the chessboard? She can make all moves, and she's been taken out. She got taken out ages ago. A lot of us believe, but it is fantastic. And even people who are not in the same arenas as everybody, different platforms who are not liking different people who know that, are celebrating as well. And it's brilliant because the energy feels different. It's so exciting. And what was reported on the drive around today that I didn't really watch in London was, Edinburgh was it? Say London. Was I don't know if it was WP, was it 45, and then was it 97, 45 Trump, and 97 Diana. No coincidences there, but we all know. And I've just posted up maybe the one where I've read out of my pink book saying in 1909 we lost everything, that big speech about I put a plan together, blah blah blah. Could be Diana. Could be. It's just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Hi Stephanie Young. I totally agree with you, Janine. Thank you. So there's all this going on, big arrests. He apparently, I've not been watching, Charles had a cue on his when he's addressed whatever he's been addressing with the Queen, and he didn't have his normally clothing thing on that they'd normally be doing. I'll have to look at it and speak about it again, but I think a lot of you know what I mean, because I've not been looking at it, but we all know, they'll say he's king. He won't be king, not in that sense, and we all know they're being played by the white hats. They have to do as they're told. It's all a show, as we know it's all a show. They're being puppeted, but I'd say by the white hats this time. It's for those who don't know to see. It's not for us. We're watching, we're clapping on, we're like elated, we're celebrating, we're like, oh my God, the people are going to start waking up, the population that are asleep to it all. But it's got to be done. It has to be done in a certain way, because you can't just chuck a load of this sort of information, because a lot of it is delicate with, the stuff behind all that stuff, which isn't very nice, as we know. What's behind what agenda? So it's just dead exciting, and we will, we do remember this day. Everyone remembered where they were at this time back then, and so did Trump. So, that's all to do with, the cabal. The cabal has fell, the Queen has fell. So, bring it on. Been making some new necklaces today. I'm just going to read out a poem that I made in my garden. It's about people and negativity and how you can come back. Hi, Red Eye Jedi. Well, there was an agenda, wasn't there? Depopulation and all that they've been doing for time. That's fell. That's going. That's gone. She's gone. Yeah. Get on the Q train. So, I'm just going to read this poem out. I might stumble a bit because it's all scruffy, and it's just what I've written in the garden today. There was a picture of me sat in my hammock with the garden today. So this just came in the garden. Exactly. Well, there you go then. There seems to be people out there who get upset with people's dreams and goals and awakening that aren't their own. They scream and shout and curse people out, coming up with wild lies, fabricated stories, as like a part in Jackanory. Why do they care so much about people they've never met, judging them and their character through the eyes of fear and the mental mindset? It's unstable and unclear. It's a danger to them and others when they act like this, putting untruths out to make their narrative fit. It's a bit like the media as well. It's a disease, a drug. They need more and more of this negative energy. It takes over them daily, feeding on their fear. You see it in their eyes. The light has left, and what festers within. a shell of a person, all shriveled and dim. This is where other dimensional beings dwell within. The person then becomes a puppet for the dark. They've lost that light from a once twinkling star. But there's a way back to the light. Shake off these demons and remember who you are. Your job here is not to point at your brothers and sisters of God, but to take responsibility for what you are not. If the darkness takes over, blast out your God light and fight, fight, fight within the power within you, the power of light. I just wrote that out, so I thought I'd read it out today because there is more good energy coming in. People are just feeling that, just that shift, you know, and you're going to see a lot going on over the next days, weeks, months, especially October. Is it Red October now? Do you know what I'm saying? We all knew with Q, we used to say put dates out, but we're realising it's now. We all used to jump. We realise it's now. Like I said, we knew the Queen was gone a while back, and we all know they use CGI lookalikes and all that. You know, people say, "Oh, we know." You know, Trump didn't step in front of the Queen when he was first in for nothing. That was checkmate when the media went mad. So it's just to say it's just fantastic. And yeah, a rude awakening for some, dark night of the soul for some, but this is how it has to be done. But they're just going to go through the whole funeral process and the grieving. Just for them, it's just been played out that way. You know, and guess we'll see what happens. It's just going to be very, very exciting. You know, countries have pulled out. There's this, that, and the other. There will be a fight for power and all that going on, but it's just gonna. The wrong people are going to get seen. We know that. That's what's happening. Numbers don't lie. It's not a coincidence. You know, I just said with the car before and all that. Numbers don't lie. Yeah. So I just wanted to say hi. It is 9/11. We haven't forgot. You know. And all the people involved, I think, are coming back. There was a little snippet of, was it Diana, Michael Jackson and JFK Jr. I do believe they never really went. I do believe they're here to out that side of it, like it says on the community page. Diana could be the royals. Michael Jackson will be the entertainment business. We all know about that. And JFK Jr.'s politics. But I guess we'll see. It's all fun speculating. But something's, you know, it's going to come out somewhere that it's those people in higher positions of them sort of places that will come out to say. I also think Mel Gibson as well, because, you know, we all know he's a good guy. So like I said, it's all exciting. Don't get too caught up in everyone going, oh, the Queen was great. Ooh, she's like somebody's grandma out there. She ain't like my grandma. Go and learn what she did in Canada, what she's done for a very long time. So, yeah, crazy. Going along with the programming. That synchronicity, 17 months. Yeah, 17 months, 11 days, and 1776 days since the first Q post was mad. Yeah, mad. It's not a coincidence, we all know. And we all look back at that now and think, God, actually, we were right. But we've always known we were on that you know, that people call a psyop. It is like a psyop, but it's a good psyop, that I've called it. And even people who called that are seeing it now. So, you know, the ones who come over and say, oh my God, I can see it now. Brilliant. There'll be some that won't, because, you know, they can't be wrong about things. But anyway, it's fantastic. And but remember, going through retrograde energy as well. So yeah, no such thing as a coincidence. Everything isn't random. So yeah, it's fantastic. So we all know what the comms were for London Bridge. We all know what that was. We've all been waiting for it for a very long time. We did think it was things last year, but now this has happened. I said to my sister ages ago, once she's gone, and it will be this year, I kept telling my mum, and she kept going, it's because she's 90 odd now. Well, she's gone ages ago anyway, but once she's gone, we'll all know it's a marker, and we know it's a marker. London Bridge was a marker. So, you know, brilliant. So yeah, that was my little poem. I've been making some more gemstone necklaces. And yeah, that's the one I love from Q Red Eye Jedi is how many coincidences till it's mathematically impossible, and it has been mathematically impossible. And those for the people that have never followed it and call it out, you know, and everybody in it, you just don't understand it because you obviously haven't seen the QPOS, the coding where it becomes mathematically impossible. We know that the universe is, you know, the language is numbers, and the people who've just got on it wouldn't have seen what we saw at the beginning. So we've seen this all the way through. The ones who've been like avid devotees, if you could say, like, you know, been on it from the beginning. Yeah, what a psyop, exactly. Wow, 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 wow. White hat psyop. There's loads of psyops. There's a white hat psyop. So it's been amazing, and I'm glad that I never faltered off that. And that's not me ego talking. That's just saying I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I saw it from 2017 all the way through with all the comms, everything we were putting out, everything I was doing at the time. I was doing a lot. So was other people, not just me. But I'm glad because I've seen how it's worked. It's been absolutely fucking amazing. So yeah, with that I'm gonna go, and yeah, it's gonna get even crazier. But you know, the crazier it gets, the better it's gonna get for people to wake up. And you know, people are talking about Tesla energy again. We know we've got that, so that'll be switching and stuff like that. You know, after we've got through some bumpy bits, but I just love it. I love it. It's hard not to be like, people are like, oh, how can you be like that in these times? It's like, really? It's the apocalypse, people. The apocalypse. It's beautiful. The apocalypse means the unveiling of truth. Brilliant. The truth will set you free. You know, no matter how hard it is, it'll set you free. This is why it's being done. It's hard to see. That's why people don't like looking at themselves, because it's hard to see. But it's hard to see. The truth hurts sometimes, and some of this stuff is very, as we know, not nice to know about. Certain things with kids, this, that, and the other, that I've talked about before. But I've said before, many other people have said, and I've said it and said it again. You can look at it. It's how you deal with it at the end of the day. My friend was going on about how sad it was of being dad. I was like, I don't care. She thought it was horrible, crazy. They will, because they think, they keep saying, oh, but it's like somebody's grandma, blah, blah, blah. Because they don't know. They will do in the end. But, you know, people say that to me and I'm just like, that's your opinion, that's my opinion. You know, everyone thinks you're not allowed an opinion, especially if it's like opposite to theirs. And it's like, no, that's my opinion. Wait it out and see. Because I tell you what, when they do find out, and they find out what they've been worshipping, a bit like the Vatican as well, Dark Night of the Soul, yep, exactly what Red Eye Jedi said there in chat. So exactly, they're supporting all that in the chat, what Red Eye Jedi's just said. So, you know, yeah, truth prevails always, of course it does. I know, Kathy. So I'm going to go now. I'll see you soon. And have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye, Junior. And I'll see you soon. Maybe a card reading tomorrow or something. But yeah, bye.